Is your AI agent making money for your business? Well, it should be. You see, revenue doesn't come from automation alone. It shows up when automation is placed inside the right stage of the buyer's journey. Most brands use AI to cut costs, but the ones who use it right have actually found ways for it to create new sales. Yes, an AI agent can respond instantly. It can explain policies, it can even recommend products. But none of that automatically turns into revenue. The real opportunity gets missed when the agent is kept out of the moments where decisions are actually being made. The moment right before someone clicks place order. Money is lost when automation stops at efficiency instead of continuing into revenue. Most businesses use AI to reduce workload, speed up replies, and keep support costs under control. That part works. Questions get answered, tickets get cleared, and response times improve. But revenue gets lost somewhere in the gap between interest and action, when customers are already engaged, already comparing, but the system is treating every message as a one-off request instead of a part of a buying decision. Automation handles the surface-level interaction, then disengages right when the outcome actually matters. And that's the mistake. If your AI only reacts, it protects time, but not revenue. And every unresolved decision is a sale that disappears without ever showing up as a failure in your reports. This is where most businesses think automation is working, while money is still leaking out. Revenue shows up when you add an active participant to the sales journey, one that's available around the clock and paying attention to how decisions unfold. This is where the AI agent actually comes in. The value isn't that it answers more questions, but it's that it understands what the customer is trying to decide and keeps track of what's already been discussed. It recognizes when someone is circling the same concern, jumping between options, or just hesitating without saying it directly. The agent stays inside the flow of the conversation. It can adjust how it responds, ask clarifying questions when something feels unresolved, and guide the interaction forward rather than letting it stall. This is also where integration starts to matter. An AI agent isn't isolated to chat. It can connect into your e-commerce platform, your CRM, your marketing tools, and your support workflows. That means a single conversation can inform sales, trigger follow-ups, enrich lead data, and give marketing visibility into what actually happens after the click. Instead of teams working in parallel, the agent becomes a shared layer that helps everyone move forward towards the same outcome. From the business side, this changes everything. You start seeing where decisions slow down or which questions show up right before people leave. That visibility used to be buried inside transcripts no one looked at. Now it becomes usable. This is how the AI agent makes money, by supporting more decisions in real time. This way, fewer customers leave after almost committing, support stops being the end of the journey, and becomes part of how purchases actually happen. Sometimes that support is as simple as removing one last blocker. A customer hesitates at checkout, unsure whether buying 2 items makes sense. The agent recognizes that moment and offers a small pre-approved discount for purchasing together. The customer applies it and completes the order. Nothing was pushed. The agent just stayed present long enough to help the decision finish. It also reshapes how teams work. Support isn't just answering. Sales isn't just guessing. Marketing isn't blind to what happens after every click. Everyone starts seeing the same moments through the same lens. This works because buying is rarely straightforward, and people often hesitate. An AI agent can be present in those moments in a way humans simply can't at scale. It adapts instantly to each situation, responds based on context, and doesn't lose track of what's already happened, and it's available 24/7. It flags complex objections, surfaces high-value opportunities, creates follow-ups, or pulls in a human when judgment actually matters. Just as importantly, it never leaves customers hanging. If uncertainty lingers or frustration shows up, the agent brings in a human with full context, or triggers a follow-up so that conversation doesn't disappear. And that reliability builds trust. Customers feel supported, not abandoned, even when their decisions take a little longer than expected. You can tell that it's working when conversations don't just stop anymore, but actually go somewhere. Instead of chats fading out or sitting unresolved, decisions reach an endpoint more often. Customers leave with clarity instead of uncertainty, and purchases don't stall just because you weren't online at that exact moment. Over time, you notice that things will move forward without you constantly needing to follow up. Your day will feel lighter because progress didn't require you to manually push every conversation across the finish line. That's the difference between an agent that looks busy and an agent that's actually contributing. So, does an AI agent make money for your business? It does when it helps customers finish decisions they were already trying to make. When someone hesitates on a price or quantity and the agent steps in with clarity or an incentive. That's how revenue is created, not automation for show. It works when the agent is connected to real conversations and is allowed to guide them towards an outcome. And it works when you stop measuring how many messages it sends and start paying attention to what changes because it's there. The future isn't about treating customer conversations as a cost you manage on the side. It's about recognizing them as part of how your business grows. And that's it for today. If this was helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical breakdowns. I'll see you next time.